Good evening. I'd like to call to order the August 19th Yukon Park and Rec Board meeting. If you can please stand, if you're able, for the invocation by Mark Borseth from Resurrection Lutheran Church, and remain standing for the flag salute.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you again for the gift of our community. Thank you for the gift of the people that we have serving our park and rec. We thank you for our board. Pray you'd bless their meeting tonight. We thank you for all who work in our park and rec department. Just thank you that we have people that help us to be good stewards of the land that we have and the resources we have, and good stewards of our families, our kids especially, that they can grow up in a healthy place. And I just pray, Lord, that we would continue to be good stewards of the land and the people. In Jesus' name, amen. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I will now call the roll. Bauman. Here. Nelson.
Here.
Hodge. Rhodes. Edwards. Here. At this time, we'll move into item 4, visitor special guest public comments. Anyone having an item of business to present to the park board that doesn't appear on the agenda, please come to the podium at this time. State your name and address. You requested to limit your presentation to 3 minutes. Any item being presented must pertain to City of Yukon business. Do we have any visitors or special guests? Seeing as we don't, we move on to item 5, approval of minutes from June 17th and July 15th. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Second?
I'll second.
Do we have any discussion on this item?
No, look good.
Curious why we moved the minutes.
Why are we approving 2 months?
Because it's on the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't approve the minutes last meeting. We didn't have a set to review last meeting, so now we've got 2 sets to review this time. Yep.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item 6, Park and Rec Department report, project updates. Ryan.
Good evening. We have a lot of exciting things to discuss. So I want to start off with some exciting news on the athletics side of things with youth athletics. So excited to talk about a few of those things this evening. We've talked a lot about over the last several months about offering more opportunities for the girls in our community to get involved in athletics. So wanted to spend a few minutes on that. On the girls sports side of things, obviously we got our softball league going last season in the spring, and now we've got another season going into the fall. We have 110 registrants in that, so that was really good. This is the first time we've offered one in the fall, at least since I've been here, so we're really excited to be able to get that off the ground here in the fall. We're also going to be offering a girls basketball league this year. So previously this was offered by a different entity that ran that league. They've decided not to do that anymore, and so we're going to jump in and run that league alongside the boys league that we already run. So excited for that to get going in November, and that'll go through the March timeframe for that. So excited for that. Previously they've had around 30 Yukon teams participate in that, so it should be a pretty big following for that, and then that'll happen at Jackie Cooper Gym. So looking forward to that. And then the last one on the girls side of things, we had some conversations with a community member that had heard that the volleyball program in the middle school has around 100 girls that try out for the team, and only about 40 can make the team just based on the number of spots that they have. So a lot of girls get left out of that. So we're going to offer a volleyball camp, and then down the road a youth volleyball league. So really excited to jump in. I think it's our responsibility in Parks and Recreation to be able to jump in and fill the gap on things whenever other entities aren't able to do that in athletics. So in addition to what we already offer, we want to step in and fill the gap whenever that's needed in our community and have those opportunities for people. So excited for those 3 programs. We also got started with baseball and t-ball this past week. So it's been good. We are hoping for some cooler weather out there. We ended up canceling last night along with the other cities in the league because it was between 105 and 110 degrees out there. So hoping for some cooler weather for our baseball players. Like I mentioned, basketball on the boys' side will get started in November along with the girls. And then we also have a Little Dribblers program that we've ran a few seasons of now for 3 to 6 year olds that will get started in December as well. So a lot of basketball from the very young age up till teenagers. As I mentioned in previous meetings, flag football is being run now by Friday Night Lights. So a partner organization that's working with us, they're running that league on Friday nights. And then we're going to supplement that program with a flag football camp and kind of a training sessions in September out at Taylor Park. So we're supplementing that program with a camp that kids can get involved in. You've heard me mention a few times now about a big indoor sports complex that's coming to Yukon. You've probably seen some of that in the news. Between the last meeting and now, they've made the announcement of kind of the naming rights and what's going to be on there. So Trey Young, that played for OU and went to Norman North High School here in Oklahoma. There's a facility in Norman, which is the YFAC, the Young Family Athletic Center. So they had that first one. We're going to have the second one. So we'll be here in Yukon, the Young Family Athletic Center West. So really excited for that. There's a lot of conversations still going on for that in terms of, how many basketball courts there will be, how many volleyball courts on top of those that there will be, if there will be a fitness area in there, and all the different amenities that'll be associated with that. So those conversations are ongoing, and that should be decided here in the next couple of months. So we'll get to fill you in on that information as well. As far as the ownership and the operation of the facility, that's still up in the air as well. We don't know if we're going to operate it as a city or if an outside organization is going to come in and operate that. So a lot of conversation.
How does Norman do it?
Norman operates it as a city, so their Parks and Recreation Department operates that. That was, I don't believe that was their original intention to do so. They had an outside organization that was going to come in and run that, and then that fell through, and they ended up running the facility. So we did a feasibility study. So that feasibility study goes into all these different options from, should you have 6 basketball courts? Should you have 8? Should it be run by a municipality? Should it be run by an outside organization? And then it plugs in all the numbers of what you can expect in terms of revenue and expenses for a 5-year period. And so we have all that information, and so that will be part of the decision-making process with who operates the facility as well. There'll be a groundbreaking event, which I'll let you guys know when that is, when we have that official invitation for that, but that'll be here in the next few weeks. And so I'll get that information to you guys, and you'll know when that groundbreaking event is going to take place. One other ribbon cutting that we have coming up is out at Taylor Park with the Yukon Soccer Club, with all the work that's gone in out there, from the addition of the soccer fields to the fencing around the entire complex, to the irrigation system that's been included out there. There's a big grand entrance out there now with a boulder sign, and a lot of really good work has happened out there that is great for Yukon and our soccer families out there. So on Saturday, September 12th at 10 a.m., which I believe is opening weekend out at the soccer fields, if I'm remembering that correctly, we'll have a ribbon cutting out there with the soccer club and celebrate those accomplishments out there. On the aquatics side of things, we're starting to wind down on the summer season. City Splash is closed for the summer. Kimball, I believe, has 3 more weekends. That's through Labor Day weekend, Labor Day Monday. It's open on the weekends 12 to 5, and then our splash pads are still open every day. So anybody that's looking for reprieve from the heat can go out to the splash pads or out to Kimball Bay on the weekends. Events, so summer season is kind of starting to come to a close with a lot of our events. So we made it through concerts in the park. The last one that we had of those is always a karaoke night, where people get to go up there and sing karaoke. They offered to let me go up there, but I don't want to cause a big scene, so I steered clear from that. Did Kyle get up there and sing? I don't know if he did. Okay, we had a staff member that was thinking about it as well, but there's actually some really good performers that get up there and sing songs. So it's a really cool thing to close out concerts in the park. We also finished off our Summer Outside, which if you remember, that's our Friday Fun Days, what we called it previously. We had the Kimball Bay Back to School Bash, which is our second year doing that. We opened the pool, it's free admission, snow cone truck, water games, all those sorts of things. And then we added movie night after it out there in the park as well. So we had the SpongeBob movie going out there. So added a little bit to that event this year, and we plan to continue on with that event in the future. I don't have the exact attendance numbers. I know it was more well attended at the pool party side of it, and not as many people stayed for the movie. Events coming up, we have the Ice Cream Social tomorrow evening at the DRC. I believe it's from 6 to 8. We've got a slide up there that I'll show you there up on the screen from 6 to 8. So another great way to get out of the heat and enjoy some ice cream and some social time for our seniors out there. So want to invite anyone that would be interested in some ice cream to go and enjoy that. We have another ribbon cutting. So the Route 66 sign that I've been talking to you guys about for the last couple of meetings has been completed. So I'll have a big ribbon cutting out there this Friday here in a couple days at 10 a.m. So looking forward to showing that off. And I'll have a slide to show you on that here a little later in the presentation. And then lastly, we've got Rock the Route coming up here in I think about 3 weeks on September 3rd. That's the Thursday before Labor Day weekend. That's our big citywide celebration of Route 66 turning 100. So we're going big on that. You can see the schedule up on the screen there for Rock the Route. So at 6 o'clock, we open up our kids area, our food trucks. Our first group that is up at 7 o'clock is the Smokin' Oaks. They'll perform, and then at 9 o'clock, our headliner is Josh Weathers performing, and then right after he gets done at 10:30, we'll have a drone show. So you guys probably remember we talked about having a fireworks show, and we're going through the process of that. Right now, there's a burn ban in Canadian County, and we feel like even if that gets lifted, it's probably not very responsible to be shooting off fireworks with how dry it is. So we'll move those to a different time, whether that's a future event of some kind. We'll do those fireworks, but wanted to be safe on that with Rock the Route, but still really excited for the drone show and got to see some of those designs today. So I think that's going to be really good as well. Oh, and then the last thing, so we found out earlier this week, we've been trying to get this at Freedom Fest or some other events. The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, I don't know if you've ever seen that or not, is going to be out at Rock the Route. So we're excited for that. I've been trying to do that for a couple of years, and then actually they reached out to us this time, and they're going to come out to Rock the Route. So that should be fun to have that out and get to interact with them. Now, recreation programs, we finished up our summer programs. Kids Camp, we've got a little video here that I'll show you that shows some of the field trips and the different activities that we had going on in summer kids camp at the YCC. So you can see the kids had a lot of fun with Kids Camp this year. You probably saw a couple of our camp counselors. We have a couple of new program specialists within the department, so excited to see, and we're already starting to see some of their new, exciting, fresh ideas and just a new perspective on things with some program specialists we have on board now. So excited for a lot of those programs that are coming up. A few of the newer ones that we have going on, we're going to have a Little Golfers program, so that's for 4 to 6 year olds just to learn some very basic golf skills. So that's a program that we've never offered. Looking forward to that. We have had in the past a Rising Champs Camp. We're going to have that kind of I think a younger version of that. So Rising Champ Youth Athletic Camp for 3 to 5 year olds. So they'll get to try a variety of different sports and get to enjoy a lot of those different things in that program. We're also going to have some disc golf programs this fall. So we've got a disc golf, kind of an introductory clinic that we're going to put on. And then we're going to have an adult disc golf tournament out at Welch Park as well. So looking forward to that. And then we're also going to have a co-ed Halloween dodgeball tournament. So looking forward to that. Some of them will be wearing costumes, I assume, with that. So if we want to have a park board team, let me know. We'll get you guys out there. And I guess Joe doesn't want to, so party pooper over there. But all of our fall programs are open for registration now. So there's a long list of them. So I encourage people to go on there and check all those out and get signed up for the programs that you like on there. On the park side of things, mowing has slowed down a little bit, but definitely still continuing on a slower scale. Obviously, a lot of the grass is turning yellow and growing a lot slower than what it was earlier in the summer. So some of our focus is, moved over to project work and a lot of different things on there. And then if you remember, every year we start Christmas in the Park set up in August as well. So we've started that process, and you'll see some of the work getting done there. We start with some of the larger displays and get those put up before we go into the smaller details and the smaller displays after that. So the crew's doing a great job out there, and obviously it's very hard to believe when it's 1:05 that Christmas is right around the corner, but truly it is for Christmas in the park. So excited
Still
for that.
following that inside out plan, right?
We are following the plan that we've done in previous years. So we had intentions to go and kind of create a new road, one way in, one way out. That will be in future years. We don't have the time to get all that done before Christmas, so we'll be looking at that for future years.
Yes, we're avoiding putting the large displays on the street, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh, okay.
People, you put Santa out on Vandermint.
Yeah, I
in
got what you're
August and
saying
get
now.
Comments. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to keep it a big secret right now for as long as we can. So, on the project side of things, we've got a few projects going on. We have the Freedom Trail restroom, which we've been talking about for a while. We are getting closer to being able to put the bid specifications out there. So looking forward to that. What we got from the engineering company that put together most of the specs for us was about a 300-page document. So I'm glad that we weren't doing that, because that was a lot of work, obviously. But we've got to put the finishing touches on that, go out to bid, and then we'll get started on that project. After that, if you remember, that is a Land and Water Conservation Fund grant project. So half of that project is funded through that grant. So we appreciate that. This is the lawn at the library pavilion, which we showed you, which I think was close to being done at the last meeting. So this is some of our crew that worked together with the Public Works team on this. And you can see kind of the finishing touches on that there. A really great city project that city staff put together, and something to be proud of for sure. And now the library and Parks and Recreation will use that for different programs that we have out there at the lawn at the library. So really excited for that.
Do we foresee like picnic tables in there, or that's going to be an open space to be used for activities?
It's more so going to be used for activities. The library has some portable tables that they will bring out there from time to time, but the intention is to not treat it like a normal pavilion, but more so to run programs out of there. We've also been working on a community request. So we've often get requests specifically for baseball and softball to have more practice fields here in Yukon. And obviously with the expansion of the soccer complex over at Taylor Park, we removed 4 practice fields from Taylor Park. So what we are doing is going over to Ranchwood Park and installing those backstops over there at Ranchwood Park so that we'll have some practice fields over there. Go ahead, Joe.
So the soccer fields bled all the way over into those practice fields?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
So it's a very large area and a lot of additional soccer fields.
I'd seen a lot of
Yeah.
comments on social media. I didn't know it went that far over.
Yep. So it went all the way over there. It's a really big expansion of the soccer fields over there. But we want to go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say we really want to honor that request. Even before removing those fields, that was a common request. So that's something we want to continue to look at and figure out more opportunities for people to have those practice fields. obviously we're growing in baseball and softball, so we need to be able to create more of those opportunities for practice fields as well. So with that, we've been in contact with Yukon Public Schools, some of the local churches, different areas where we can offer, hey, you might look at this specific location as well, in addition to our park system. So we're going to be offering those to people when they call as well.
Well, I guess that's a fair trade. I mean,
It is, and we'll end up having, a similar amount of practice fields out there for sure. So, and it makes sense to have soccer all in one location for sure. But we all obviously still want to honor what baseball and softball are doing and create those practice opportunities. The Route 66 sign, which I mentioned, you guys have seen some pictures of this. This is just some additional work that we've done. Our Parks and Recreation crew has gone out and stained the fence, added picnic tables, stained the raised flower beds there, worked on the kind of the walking paths through there. So there's been a lot of work done, not only from Parks and Recreation, but Public Works, our projects team, a lot of different city departments. So this is truly another collaborative project, which is a theme of a lot of the city projects that you'll see now, from the pavilion at the library to this Route 66 project to what's happened out at Taylor Park with the irrigation system and everything that's going on out there. So it's been a great partnership across city departments, and so really appreciate the partnerships with the different departments on that.
may need to contact that business to see if we can put a mural on that side of their building.
There have been some conversations around that. I'm not sure where those conversations are now, but there has been conversations around that. Yeah. Now, on the staffing side of things, a couple of staffing announcements to make. We do have a new YCC and Jackie Cooper gym manager. His name's Tim Thompson. So if you get a chance to meet him, we'll try to get him at one of these future park board meetings, but you might see him around. He's operating those two facilities. And then we also have a new marketing specialist, Jacob Seiler. So like the Kids Camp video that you just saw, he put that together. He's been working part-time for us for 5 months, 6 months maybe, around that time frame, and does a fantastic job. And so we had a position available, and we were able to hire him full-time as a marketing specialist. So excited to, anytime we can promote internally, we want to do that when they've earned that, and he certainly has. That actually got me to doing some math. So we've promoted a lot of staff part-time to full-time when they've earned it. Within the last few years, we've actually promoted 12 part-time staff to full-time staff positions in our department. So that's something we're really proud of, that we can bring in a part-time staff member, train them up, get them excited about being part of our department. And I think it's great for culture to be able to do that as well.
Yeah, that goes to culture. I mean, being able to do that and have them want to stay and work here speaks volumes towards the culture of the department, which has been great for the last few years.
Yeah, appreciate that. On the master plan, we're starting to get closer to the end of this process. I know Joe was out at our open houses that we had at the Dale Robertson Center and the Yukon Community Center. Had a chance to have a few conversations with the community about what the plan is looking at so far, and to gather some additional feedback as well. So we learned a few things through that process as well. And now moving forward, we're going to begin reviewing our park improvement recommendations, project priorities, and funding opportunities as well. So with that, then we'll begin chapter reviews at that point. So they're going to start actually putting the plan together and putting all that information together in the plan. So looking forward to that. You guys will have the opportunity to look at that as well and review that as we go through that process. So be on the lookout for that. I would imagine by the next meeting, we'll be a lot further down the road and be getting close to a finalized plan. So really excited for that. You guys are aware we took over the operation of the Yukon Fine Arts Center with a partnership with Yukon Public Schools with a 1-year lease agreement. So we've been working through that process over the last few months. One exciting opportunity that we've been talking to an orchestra about a potentially an orchestra in residence agreement. So essentially what that means is that would be their home facility where they, have their rehearsals, their practices, and their events as well. And so we'd be able to run all of those orchestra events out of there in partnership with that orchestra. So we're going through that process in the agreement right now, but really excited for the potential of that. Also, I've talked with numerous different groups about outside rentals, reservations. We're doing some of that, but we also don't want to do so much of that when we're kind of spread thin staffing on the facility currently. So we are taking what reservations we can and trying to honor any of those long-standing agreements that they've had with the school and running those programs. What we're asking them to do is to come in and have people that can run sound and run the curtains and run the lights and all those sorts of things, is we're not asking city staff to do that currently, except at the events that we're putting on ourselves. So, but really excited for what the future of that building holds for the city if we continue to have these agreements with the school. So there's a lot of opportunity there, from movie nights to concerts, like I've mentioned, to esports events, to all sorts of different things. So we're really excited about the prospects of that in the future. Last thing that I will mention is in regards to the SENA grant. You guys have heard this in previous years. We've, I think every year but one that I was here, we received the SENA grant for the Dale Robertson Center. That stands for Community Expansion of Nutrition Grant. And so that money can go towards meals at the Dale Robertson Center. It can go towards kitchen equipment, facility equipment, fitness and program equipment. So in previous years, up until last year, we had typically received around $17,000. Last year we received around $23,000, and then this year we received $47,000. So we more than doubled what we've had in the past. So that was really exciting, and that's going to allow us to do a lot of things over at the DRC to even better serve our seniors over there. So that's really exciting. Shout out to Shelby, our manager over there, who applied for that grant and made that happen. So really excited for that. And then the last couple of slides on there are just where you can find information about Yukon Parks and Recreation. So you can go to our website there, yukonok.gov/parks, or you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or give us a call at the number that's on there. And I'll turn it back to you, Joe.
I did have a question on the girls' basketball league. Will that just be a Yukon league, or will they be affiliated with any other leagues?
That will be Yukon and Mustang. So Yukon and Mustang are working together on that. So half of the games will be in Yukon and half will be in Mustang.
So it'll be a home and home thing.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Do you have anything else? Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Ryan. As always, busy. A lot of things going on in Yukon. Most of the good things are happening in Park and Rec, so I like that. Yeah. Item 7, do we have any new business?
Nothing.
Okay. Seeing no new business, move on to item 8, open discussion. This item is reserved for announcements, recognitions, et cetera, and not intended for conduct of city business by members of the public body. Joe?
Okay, as usual, I just am amazed at how you guys pull this all off and make it look good too. But I did have a little problem here, and I called Ryan, and he was on it like that and took care of it. So that's even better. And I know the person that called me with the problem was very impressed with how quick he responded. So keep it up. You're doing fine.
Thanks, Joe. Stephen?
As always, thank you for all the work that goes in. Really appreciated the Freedom Fest, all the events over the summer. I know it was hot. It is hot. It's going to be hot. Hopefully it'll cool down sooner or later, but really appreciate all the work, time, effort goes into it. Love the comments about the culture, and also hearing about the new staff and them bringing ideas, and obviously the additional programming that's coming in. And if it works, great, we'll keep it. If it doesn't, we'll try something else. So again, just commend all of you and all the staff, and thank you again for all that you do for Yukon.
Thanks, Stephen. Just to kind of reiterate what these two have said, we do appreciate the work that goes into guiding this ship of Park and Rec through what we've had in the past, what we're trying to do now, and what we're trying to plan for. So just a kudos to leadership all the way down. The rest of the department, really, we're in a better space than I've seen in years, and I think that makes a lot of good opportunities for people in Yukon to recreate or, go to a class or have their children attend an event. So, again, just great job, you guys. Looking forward to seeing where the master plan leads us, and trying to get that in place. That's pretty much all that I have. So we'll set the date and time, and the next meeting is going to be Wednesday, September 16th at 6 p.m. here in this building. And at this time, we're adjourned.